Hi there, my name is Greg. I'll be giving my presentation on Chapter 19's blogs, wikis, and web pages. First thing we have to ask is, what's a blog, what's a wiki, and what's a web page? Blogs are forums for communities to share information. Often, they are text-oriented and can be akin to a news article because they discuss matters from the author's perspective. Wikis are databases to collect information from users and distribute that information to its users. They can be sophisticated databases of primarily numbers, of little use to anyone unless you're familiar with that database, and it can be lengthy, expert-written web pages about a subject like an encyclopedia. Websites are a collection of web pages. For a company, they're where customers place orders, contact staff, download files, get newsletters, or look up other resources like customer support or legal support, and often have a search engine to facilitate between these matters. This is pertinent because all governmental agencies have a web page in this modern era and use them extensively to coordinate within themselves with the public that they serve. There are two types of blogs, internal and external. Internal blogs are like an intranet, which is an internet that only serves the small group that have access to them, often the members within the company. These can have things like moderated forum, training delivery systems, and services to conduct meetings. They can also have interesting articles for those employees to read. The city of Aurora, for instance, has an extensive intranet for its employers, contractors, and engineers to use within themselves, and also has an external blog. External blogs are open to the public. These can be things like a company blog that allows them to share information with the public rather than just their own employees. This can be like a newsletter to the public about the company. Just as there are two types of blogs, there are two types of wikis. They are internal and they're external. Internal wikis are organization-level only databases that employees can interact with, either by writing in information or retrieving it. This would be like the databases that inspectors and engineers interact with to share information with one another on a current map of the city. This can also be like Walmart's SMART system depicted here that manages all of the company's inventory and is updated and referenced by its employees. External wikis are sites like Wikipedia that largely provide expert-written articles about any number of subjects. These are often cited back to scholarly sources. The core difference is that external wikis are available to the public. How do you make a good website? How do you avoid making a bad, or worse, an ugly website? Consider your audience. Who is browsing your website? Do they want to see products first or see links to web pages to give them answers? Hide everything in as few clicks as possible so that people can get to what they want as fast as possible. Consider accommodations like screen sizes, desktop versus mobile web design, text-to-speech, and language used. Storyboard the web page. Make it follow something like a flowchart depicted here. Customers click things in sequence, so make the pages flow together naturally from one another. Give links for people to peruse. They'll click it if they need that subject. Help guide the customer to what they need. Don't give them everything at once and make them pick through for what they're looking for. Chunking is important because people only care to read a little bit at a time. Too much, people will skip past it or misread it. Q&A format is great for this because it can give short, easy information to the user. Chunking is about taking the whole message that you want your web page to push and breaking it into the pieces that you sequenced out before. Page design is ultimately an art, and balance between all of its matters and nuances is complicated. Websites must balance things like style, visuals, design, grid patterns, white space, text and font, titles and colors against each other to create an attractive and usable website. Because of this, they need to be approached like a chef approaches a spice rack. Moderation in everything, but sometimes employing something more than another. This also necessitates experience and an eye for art that's hard to teach and why some people make entire professions out of website design.